on here too.
Oh, that's automatic. That's save automatic. And I'm going live on YouTube just to try it out. Yep. Just to try it out.
So y'all know I do 2 podcasts, so I just did one. So I try to change up my background a little bit so it won't be the same.
It's cool if they do it. It's a problem if I do it. I don't know, Brock. I like that nigga now. Finesse. 2 of them.
Yeah, I told you, Finesse hard.
He hard, bro.
Y'all know I do 2 podcasts, so I just Finesse hard.
He hard, bro.
Y'all know I do 2 podcasts, so
all that.
Hey, you gotta turn your phone down.
Man, I'm about to put this shit down as soon as I share this. There we go.
We in here, man. Ready for whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, what up, folks? We're here on another beautiful Wednesday night with my brothers, Jamal Ellis Fletcher, at Fletch_BBE. And we got myself, and we got Rock Ronald, Mr. Kevin Samuel Jr. So we got some information for y'all here tonight, man. I shouldn't say more information, but we got some topics that we're going to touch on. We're going to touch on a little bit of HBCU stuff. We're going to touch on some of anything. I mean, we just on this thing vibing tonight, y'all. So vibe with us, ask your questions, whatever y'all got, man. Let's go get it. Let's go get it. So listen, we here again. We got Jamal, myself, and we got Rock. Those are 2 guys that played HBCU football, and they're gonna give you some of their opinions about what's going on today in the HBCU land. Fair or unfair? Fair or unfair? So hey, look, here we go. We got Jackson State, the HBCU powerhouse. We got Mr. Prime himself at leading the Tigers through their 2022 season. Traveled out to Miami to play in the opening game classic, the Orange Blossom Classic. Played against Florida A&M, and they beat them by 50 points. I'm not sure what the final score was. I'm sure whether you guys say 50. But I know it was a blowout. It was totally 100% unfair. And Fam was pretty much outmatched all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special team. Prime had those boys ready to play. So, Fletch, what's your thought on what's happening?
Man, I mean, just like I said, I don't know, on one of the shows, we spoke about Prime Time and the great things he was doing for black colleges and HBCUs. I say, man, I love it, bro. I still love it. I mean, unfair or not, it's always somebody got to be number one, bro. Somebody got to be number one. Somebody got to be the best. It's like Nick Saban before this NIL stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's still to be determined, but when they was beating and winning every game, winning the championship, going to the championship every year, it ain't no different. Somebody got to be the man. Somebody got to be the loser. It's just, that's just what it is. And I feel like he's still bringing a lot of attention to the HBCUs because you got games on national TV now, man. My neighbor, who, I mean, I think he had some dealings with a team in North Alabama or something. I'm not sure, but my neighbor, a white guy that would not hang in the same circles that we hang in, called me like, man, you went to Bama State, man. What's up with Eddie Robinson? Who was your coach when you were there? Stuff like that. So the stuff that Dion is doing is still shedding light on the whole HBCU experience, the whole SWAC, I would say. And just the other day, what we watched on ESPN, man, that was some South Carolina State or somebody, Central State in Winston-Salem or something. They was on national TV. All that's because of prime time, bro. He making the HBCUs getting a little more light, bro. So, okay, what would happen if he wasn't there? Well, if he wasn't there, we saying since he's here and he's bringing all his attention. I mean, he's the Michael Jordan of football. I mean, of course, everybody gonna flock to him. It's like he one of one. It ain't too many other people that has done what he's done in sports. I mean, that's if Michael Jordan was coaching for Alabama State. Shit. What you think would happen? The same exact thing. He would go get all of the best players, all of the best coaches, because he's been there before. I mean, that's not his fault. He knows what it takes to win Super Bowls and championships and stuff like that. So I like it, bro. I don't have a problem with it. Everybody else got to play harder, step their game up, because they all. I mean, the people they playing against, they put their pants on just like them. I don't want to hear that. Big, 5-star, 4-star. You come from Alabama, come from there. Shit, man. At the end of the day, football is a game of will and heart. And if the man got will to make it happen, he gonna make it happen. That's all I gotta say.
So my thing, and I always say this, and you say bring light. Prime bring light on HBCUs, right? I can see where you're coming from when you say that. More about for me, when you start talking about these top players going HBCU, top players aren't going HBCU. They're going to Jackson, which is HBCU, right? And I get that, right? That's where the attention is. That's where prime is, and everybody wants, like Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter. So Travis Hunter was the #1 player in the country, #1 player in the world. The kid possesses the type of talent that we don't see every day. You're right. The kid, he's not a small kid. He makes plays on offense, makes plays on defense, and special teams on the college level now. On the college level.
Bro, he got hype, bro.
You're right. You ask me, Travis Hunter can go to any school and do what he's doing for Jackson. There's no question in my mind, right? So for me is you got Eddie George over at Tennessee State. He's over at Tennessee State. He's not getting the same players, the same type of players that Prime is getting at Jackson, right? And everybody want to make a big fuss about when they see a guy transfer from a Power 5 school to Jackson State, and they say Prime doing work. Now, that's where I disagree with that, because I think when we was in college and before they started this transfer portal thing, when you leave a big school, you got to go to a smaller school, right? So I think a lot of HBCUs was getting transfers way before Prime even went there, right? So, but people making it a thing now because he's there and think all these people are leaving these major schools to go to Jackson. They've been doing that even when we was in college, right? But I don't see nobody being able to match up, in the SWAC with Jackson. I just don't see that. And I think FAMU is a great program, right? FAMU is a great program in the SWAC. But at the end of the day, they just didn't have enough. They didn't have nowhere near enough. They got destroyed on all phases of the game. Now, granted, boys in Jackson playing for something a little different. They got a city with no water. They had a sewage problem that backed up into the water pipes where they, drinking water, shower water, stuff like that. So the guys got a lot on their plate. They got a lot on their hearts. They got a lot they're playing for. So they're going to play a little bit harder than what they typically going to play from game to game. Right, and I like the way Prime is coaching. Like, Prime really love the kids he's coaching. He's really got a personal relationship with them and each one of the kids, and you can tell when he's talking to one of them and they're looking at him in their like in his eyes, they're soaking up the information. I just don't think that they have any competition in any HBCU.
I mean, that Jackson problem, the water stuff, that could have easily worked the other way against them too, Shai. That could have made them not play as hard. But as far as recruits, you say, okay, you got Eddie George. Eddie George is not that old. What, he about 42, 45 years old? He can easily say, man, let me get 50 Cent to come in the locker room. Let me get Lil Baby or fucking somebody. I mean, he could do it too. And he not marketing himself in Jackson in Tennessee State enough to make it look like the best thing smoking. That's what it is. Prime time is on IG And
yeah, that man got cameras following him every day, bro. Every time you look, there's a camera following him. You got his son making, son doing the recording, son editing and posting it, like that.
Know what I'm saying? Eddie George done been around there. He been in the Super Bowl. He about to be Hall of Fame if he not or whatever. If he ain't Hall of Fame, he still is a world, a national name that everybody knows. He could do that same stuff, bro. He can do that, man. He just boring, man. That's maybe what it is. He ain't entertaining. It's entertainment at the end of the day, and prime time know how to do that shit. That's all it is. I wouldn't just say if Eddie George step his game up, start getting people coming in the locker room, man, let me get Ray Lewis in the locker room and put that on camera. Let me get Lil Baby to come to the locker room, put that on camera. Fucking Joe Budden, anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's all it is, bro. Just marketing. He marketing better than everybody.
Man, fuck Joe Budden. He ain't no different than me going in the locker room. Shit.
I'm just saying, bro. Them boys could do that same shit, man. I mean, I like it. I like what Primetime doing. And this, bro, he ain't been there but 4 years, bro. This is only the beginning. Y'all wanted to just explode, and I do too. But it's gonna take a little more time. It's gonna take more people to migrate, more big players, more big time names to start coaching, and it's gonna happen. But give it some time. And look, by the way, man, ASU till the death, man. That's me. You heard me? Yeah, that's how we rocking out here. I don't know about that.
50-0.
We ain't never lost. We ain't never lost to no fucking Jackson State.
We might get
and people talk about. I'm gonna make sure, like for that Jackson State Alabama State game, I'm gonna bring some national top recruits to Alabama State to go be on Alabama State sideline and see how they do stuff.
Yes. Hey,
we ain't never lost to no weak ass Jackson State, man.
And we ain't gonna lose on homecoming. On homecoming, we ain't gonna lose.
That dead. Jackson gonna beat the brakes off y'all in Montgomery.
Shai, we gonna have outside too.
Shai, the world said that last time they came to Montgomery.
It's a different year. I don't see nobody in the SWAC playing with Jackson State. I just don't.
Did anybody pick y'all to beat the Patriots?
Man, listen, that's a grown man game, man. We got people out there got kids to feed and all that. We should have beat them the first time that we played them. If they didn't pick up shit, that's on them. They lost their money. We got a lot of people went broke that night. I'm just saying, it's the same thing. A lot of people gonna go broke in October. Ain't nobody in the SWAC gonna be able to play with Jackson State University Ronald. I promise you that. It's not happening.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see October 8th in the Gulf Town USA Hornet Stadium. I know that much. We're gonna see.
In the house that Rock Dillon built.
Yeah, them boys got a nice stadium and everything over there.
Man, we were supposed to have that when we got there, but that's crazy.
You remember they showed us?
So Rock. So let's gravitate over to you. I know you made some comments these last couple of days about the whole Jackson State thing and the movement and when people choose to support and when people choose not to support. So what's your, what's your thoughts on what's happening? See that cup you drinking out? Hey, hold that up to the camera. Hey, y'all, I bet whatever you got in that cup tastes nasty as hell because of the cup. They're going to be eliminated from the playoffs week 14.
Yeah, we're going to go and get it out the way, man. Dallas Cowboys eliminated week 17.
Done. But, Rock, so what's your thoughts and let us know your true opinion on your thoughts, as far as the Jackson State situation.
I don't even know if we got enough fucking time for all the feelings and emotions I have about Prime, JSU, everybody that's all of a sudden supporting and all that, right?
Speak your mind, bro. Speak your mind.
I think that what's going on with JSU shines a bigger light. It's bigger than just JSU. It shows us how fucked up we are in the black community, bro. JSU been needed help. See, I have no problems with Coach Prime. I got one issue with Coach Prime. Coach Prime didn't want to play against Alabama because he feel like they have an unfair advantage because they're bigger, stronger, faster. You know, he get to recruit more guys and give out more scholarships. Were you the Alabama of the SWAC of Black college? So the very thing you don't want to do, you don't want to accept, you want everybody else to accept. That's the only fucking issue I have with Coach Prime. Other than that, I love what he's doing for his boys, for that program. I just wish that other schools would follow suit, trying to stick to this status quo and doing it like it's always been done. Now you got to switch it up. You got to speak these kids' language. You ain't got to be all buttoned up like they want you to be. But with that being said, Jackson State and other HBCUs been schools in need of the support that Jackson State gets. So I believe everybody else is suckers for, I'm not saying that I hate that they supporting, but why now? Why now? Like you want to wait till now. And then everybody piling on. Every week is somebody new, Jackson State. Why don't somebody be different and be like, you know what? I'm finna go support another school. Let me go pick up Mississippi Valley. Let me go pick up Arkansas Pine Bluff. Let me go mess with Alabama State, A&M, Grambling State, Southern University, Howard, Bethune-Cookman. You get what I'm saying? It's other schools out here other than Deion fucking Sanders. Now, that's what the problem is. Y'all supporting Deion. Y'all ain't supporting the school and the kids. Because when Deion finally decided to leave, now what? Now what when he decided to leave? That's the reason why I feel like he's going to cripple the fucking SWAC and Black college football if he leaves too soon. Because if he leaves too soon, all them other players going to be like, see, we can't take a chance on going to no Black college because if the coach leaves, luckily we got this fucking transfer portal where they can go up because we couldn't go up. I know we put in the work and balling out there on the field where we could have transferred to Alabama or Auburn and been starting and got a better shot at going pro. They can do that now. We couldn't do that. So what I'm saying is that can hurt in the long run. So I hope he stays longer than when Shador leaves. Another thing I have an issue with, I'm not trying to knock his son or anything like that, but who can't be successful when you can pick up the phone and call Tom Brady and fucking Peyton Manning at quarterback? What quarterback in the SWAC you ever known can call up Peyton Manning? Could you imagine? I was SWAC Defensive Player of the Year at linebacker. Could you imagine how much better I could have played if I could have called up fucking Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, and get tips and talk to them every day about my game and they breaking down my film? So I'm kind of not. I love what he's doing, but I'm not impressed, bro. Like, I'm not. Like, you got the better squad. I like to see when both teams are even, who going to coach better. It's a game that happened, and I got to give a shout-out to Whitehaven High School and Germantown High School in Memphis, Tennessee. These two teams was pretty closely matched. They went down to the last play. You know what it came down to? The coach from Germantown called a badass play to score a touchdown at the end of the game to win the game, and everybody just had to take their hats off and say, man, that's fucking coaching. I'll never be able to say that about Deion because I haven't had to see him coach like that. When I've seen him coach when the talent was equal or he was just a little bit better, he fucking lost.
But bro, why we don't say that for Alabama with Nick Saban, man?
I do.
It's the same thing. It ain't no different. Somebody
Nick Saban ain't proved to me that he's a better recruiter than he is a coach.
I'm just saying that's what I'm saying. It happens everywhere.
How many guys can say this right? How many guys can say this right here? If you give me the same talented roster, I'm gonna beat you every fucking time. Every time. You're not gonna outcoach me with the same roster. There's no way we can have this. If we have even similar, you can have a little bit better roster than me. I'm gonna outcoach you on that. That's how much I study the game. I have confidence in that part of it. Can them guys really say that?
What you mean?
Because when other teams have the same type talent Nick Saban have, they usually beat them.
But they all got the same type talent, though.
Huh?
They do.
No.
Same type talent.
Nick Saban go 3 deep.
What you mean? Yep.
Yeah, they all got the same type of talent. All the Power 5 schools, like Alabama, get more 5-stars, but they can't beat Texas A&M.
It's certain coaches that
they lost to Texas A&M last year. They're gonna lose to them again this year. It's gonna be Texas A&M. It's gonna be Texas A&M and Georgia playing the SEC championship game. Mark my words.
I don't know about that.
Hey, is Florida State a good team? Because they just beat the shit out of LSU. Now I ain't gonna say beat the shit.
They didn't just beat the shit out of LSU. They got a kick block.
Well, LSU they made all the mistakes you could possibly make in the football game and still almost won. So
right,
Florida State can't be that good, right?
No, I mean LSU's a new team, new head coach. They're pretty young. Offense and defense. They got a pretty good dynamic. They got a good dynamic quarterback that can throw the ball and run it. He can make stuff happen. They got really good wide receivers. Defense is really good. They just got to stop the penalties and turn the football over.
At the end of the game, it looked like they got it together. So they may, from here on, they may start gelling. They play Southern this week. Southern gonna beat them boys.
Oh boy, if that happened. I hope it happened too.
Right. That'll be nice, dog.
Man, if that fucking happened, bro.
Hey, Mike Bright.
Southern ain't coming nowhere near.
Bright and coaches to win.
Southern ain't coming nowhere near winning nothing against LSU. I'm sorry.
Arch.
I like HBCUs. I like my Louisiana schools, but they about to get trashed bad, straight up.
Yeah, I agree. What up, Arch? Hey, Mike Bryson said, I think Prime has bright coaches to win games too, though. Yeah, I mean, he do got good coaches. I mean, he knows what it takes to win games, bro. So he bringing in the right people he need to do that.
I'm telling you right now, boy, if I was coaching in the SWAC, I have a game plan for his ass. It'd be in a damn dog fight. He'd be like, he'd be so fucking mad at halftime. He'd be like, why the fuck are we losing? Or we in a dog fight with this team?
Hey, bro. That's just how it is sometimes, man. Somebody got to be the man, bro. It's just like in rap, you know what I'm saying? They got to call the best or make the best, whatever. So that's how I look at it.
Overall, I think he's great for Black college. It's never been this amount of light shed on it. Like, I just feel like it's the bandwagon, it's the people. You know why people hate the Cowboys? People hate the Cowboys because of Cowboy fans, right? It's not the Cowboys that piss people off. It's the fans that piss them off.
The uniforms just make you mad.
But so that's the same thing with that same thing with Deion. I ain't mad at Deion. I'm mad at the people who. How the fuck all of a sudden you so woke and you so supportive of Black college? Black college has been around since the 1800s.
But you can't expect Warren Sapp to go pull up at Alabama State when LC called and talk to his team because he got no connection with him. None of those guys got no connection. If you pull up to Alabama State and want to talk to the team, they're gonna let you do it.
Coach LC Cole gonna say, hold up, guys, we got a special guest in the fucking building. Come talk to him. We're gonna lay the red carpet out to him. That's how that gonna happen.
That's how that's gonna happen.
But if I reach out to Prime and say I want to come talk to Jackson, he gonna open the door and do the same shit.
So I'm saying that door has been open, but lame ass niggas like Gilly the Kid, all of a sudden you been getting money, you been famous. Now you want to come on the sideline of a Black college. Yeah, man, them dudes is suckers to me, man. They are real suckers.
And he be shucking and jiving like a motherfucker.
I swear, like, why you ain't been supporting Black colleges, bro? Black colleges been needing the support of its own people. That proves that in the Black community, we don't want to support until it's popular to support. And that's what's fucked up. You can take any local rapper Any local rapper that got bars, he hard, every man song, music hard, they won't even support him until the world say, oh, he hard. Then they want to support him.
I go, bro. That's just what it is. That's life right there.
No, that ain't life. That's
black.
stupid. That's stupid ass black folks.
Yeah, that's black life.
Black life. That's why we.
So question. So why does it bother you? And it's just a question. Again, no harm, no foul, whatever you say. But why is it a problem though now that these guys want to be attached to Prime and Jackson? Like why is that a problem?
Because the problems that Jackson State has, they've been had them, and so has other schools. Why Prime has to be there for you to show support that you're showing? I don't need Deion Sanders to show support. That's like supporting your kids because of whatever stupid reason. No, if they need support, they need support. You ain't got to wait till somebody else come along. Like, they could have been supporting black colleges long before now. Because guess what? We're black college athletes that needed that same fucking support. And I'm not saying it to be bitter. I'm saying this has been going on. Before Prime, this was going on. So watch what happens. So if Deion leaves for a bigger school, you think them guys gonna still support Jackson State?
Wait, say it again.
If Deion Sanders leave and go to Florida State or Georgia or anything like that, you think all these people that's been supporting Jackson State, are they gonna continue to support Jackson State?
I don't think so. I don't think if Prime left that Gilly and all these other guys is. I mean, like other than the real football guys gonna still go through the same thing. But I'm not sure Gilly would be able to. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure if Gilly would follow Prime to Florida State. He might think he's weak for leaving. Like who knows? Gilly looks like he have a real good time when he's at Jackson. Look like he's having a blast.
Man, all them dudes make podcasts and posts and stuff off of being real. They quick to talk about somebody that's fake and ain't real, ain't gangster. Man, them niggas is fake. They fake. Like that's why I don't like them. Your logic, your reasoning behind something matters. Shite, you can step on my toe on accident. No, I can step on your toe on accident and be like, my bad, man. You're gonna be like, nah, that's cool. But if I step on your toe and be like, yeah, nigga, I tried to do it, you're gonna respond a totally different way.
I might just look at the dude, but like, man, the dude crazy as hell.
But what I'm saying is intent matters, bro, and their intent is fucking wrong.
Well, I say that if Primetime leave, the next man need to be ready to step up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it got.
Who would that next man be though? Because you think if Prime listen,
like Ocho Cinco, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Brandon Marshall. Man, they got all kind of people that can step up, man. They got all kind of people that can step up.
First of all, Prime leave. Let's say Prime leave to go to Florida State. Shador's gone to Florida State because he got one transfer. He haven't transferred. He came straight out of high school to Jackson. All right, he decommitted to FAU to go to Jackson. So if Prime leaves and go to Florida State, let's just say he do that. Travis Hunter's gonna go with him, and Shador's gonna go with him. All of those guys who transferred to Jackson from Power 5 schools, they don't have that same room to move that way. But he's going to where a bunch of 3, 4, 5 stars are. So he may be like, yeah, y'all gotta stay here. Whatever the case is. But if he happens to leave to go to Florida State or to any other big school, he's gonna be 2 players on that team for sure. I know is gonna go with him. Now they say you're not supposed to follow coaches. They may be able to fix it to where they can. Who knows? But I just think right now, he's too strong for the swag, and I think he should be. After this year, I think Jackson State should be removed from the swag, playing like the Conference USA or something like that. Go get a little bit more competition, you know, because I don't think those guys got him beat in the trenches. Southern Miss don't have him beat in the trenches, you know. Schools like Tulane ain't got him beat in the trenches, you know. Like it's people like that he can go play to get his feet wet to get ready to go up to a Power 5 level.
And they're gonna shit the bed.
Competition he needs.
Man, when Prime leave, the next man got to step up. Like I said, he got people that can He got people that can step up in that spot.
If Prime leave, this whole thing won't be what it was. We won't be having this conversation.
Yeah, the right people step in. Ray Lewis, Prime leave this year after this year. Ray Lewis become the coach at one of them schools. Ed Reed or somebody. Like I said, Cinco could do the exact same thing.
Those three names, if Ray Lewis, Ocho Cinco, Ed Reed become a coach at any HBCU, they're going to get a lot of players just like Prime did. And see, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take that.
See, you guys are naming people that I know personally. And them boys, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you straight up. T.O. and all them boys like that. Them boys like they time. Them boys not about to go say coach no Power 5 school, no Group of 5 school, no 1AA school, no HBCUs. They're not doing none of that. They will make a appearance on the field and talk to a team, but they're not about to give up that type of time that they have their freedom. They're making money still. They don't need the money, right? And they got their time. Their time is worth everything. So none of those guys are going to go, right? Prime been retired for a long time. He worked the NFL Network. He's been all over the place. He's done a lot, right? So now he's looking to give back, right? So I think that's more on what he's doing. I mean, I think I like what it is he's doing. I just know the competition part on it. Like
hey,
the competition
you didn't believe in him first. You remember that? Huh? He made you a believer.
Huh?
You ain't believe in Prime at first. He made you a believer. You remember that, huh?
What you mean? I always knew this was gonna happen. It's easy to do for a guy like Prime. I ain't gonna lie to you. Prime could go to Southern. The same thing gonna happen at Southern.
Yeah, the same thing.
Hey, would you coach a black college team, Shay?
When I coach, I coach a black tie. I will coach a black college.
Do you think you can pull guys like Prime?
No, I can't. I'm just being.
But you got a mouthpiece. I don't know if you used to get hoes back in the day, but shit, that's my thing about it. I don't believe you should be head coach of a football team unless you got hoes. If you ain't get hoes, yeah, because guess what? You got to have that same confidence when you go in and talk to kids. You got to be talking like a fucking pimp, like a player.
Rob, how in the fuck does that?
I'm telling you, look at these lame jokers. These dudes can't talk like Prime. Prime is using a mouthpiece and getting all these kids.
So you think going to sit in somebody's living room consistently to get them to learn about your institution, get them to come play football for your team is equal you talking to a woman trying to get some pussy out of her? Man,
I'm gonna tell you why.
Different.
I'm gonna tell you why.
They're not the same.
Because you got to be able to think on the fly. You got to be able to be smooth in what you're saying. You got to be very convincing. Dudes who don't have confidence aren't convincing. That's why Eddie George not getting the players that Prime got. He's not convincing.
Hey, Brad Hill said he agreed with y'all. Prime leave Jackson State, everything over with.
They done.
Hey, but look though, basically like when Prime, bro, he just an entertainer, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was giving that speech, and he was like, I know they coming after us. I know we the ones, we got our target on our back. Now give me my music. Shit like that is like, that's what make the kids want to come.
Then you heard what Mike said. Mike said, Rock talking about, I'm referring that Prime got the gift of gab. Yes, that's what I'm saying. He relate to the kids. He got the gift of gab. He can relate to their mamas and to the kids. Like, most of these guys can't do that. They can't. So you sitting up here, you ain't gonna get the kid to come to the school because the kid like, man, this motherfucker lame as fuck.
So look, we got a question on here, right? Say, if Prime leave does that hit and go to another school, does that hurt HBCUs if he leaves and goes to a bigger school? Oh, no, I take that back. That's not the question. If Jackson State leave the SWAC, will that hurt the conference and the rest of the HBCUs?
It will as far as attention. But like I said, the other guys got to come step up. Say, I'm gonna follow in Prime's footsteps. And Prime is a trailblazer, bro. I'm telling you, it's more people coming, man. It's more people. It's more character. What you call that? I ain't gonna say characteristic. More people with brighter personalities gonna come follow him, bro. They seeing what he doing, and they're like, I could do that shit, and they gonna come. It ain't even gotta be a name as big as Prime. It could be.
Fletch, you remember this? Alabama State was trying to be the first black college to leave the SWAC and be a D1 program playing with those schools. But LC Cole ain't a big enough name. LC Cole was doing the same shit Prime doing. We couldn't wear flip-flops and we couldn't sit in the back of the class. We couldn't have hair on our face. We had to be well-groomed. We couldn't have earrings. We couldn't have dreads and braids. We had to be suited and booted. People hated him for it, though. For the same shit Deion doing. And guess what? Deion posted a clip telling his players they can't wear slides while he got on slides. Yeah, he praised. He praised. So that's what I'm saying. He ain't the first. He just the popular fucking guy to follow.
But them kids probably don't like that shit though.
But no, they do.
Like that. The grown-ups know what he trying to get at.
He's trying to make men. He making
the kids don't like it. The grown-ups do.
So was that not what LC was doing?
Yes, but us kids didn't like it, Rock. Not the grown-ups. My grandfather would have loved. He loved that type of shit. But
man, I want an LC ass out of there.
Man, it was us, Rock, with the kids.
I didn't want them gone because I knew with them dudes with what they was teaching us was next level shit. Like
ahead of his time. Novak, from Novak to everything else was ahead of his time.
Novak then was ahead of their time. I knew Novak was going to the NFL, bro.
Yep.
I knew it. They might have us on nutrition and shit, like and workout plans that I had never done in my life.
We wanted to get swole, but he was on stuff like fast twitch muscles and
fast twitch.
We was just worrying about hitting fucking 350 bench press and shit. Dumb shit like that. Well, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't move and shit.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like Prime is the popular thing right now. So everybody jumping on the bandwagon. And that's a nigga for you. That's niggas. Not talking about Prime. I'm talking about all the people who are in such support of it now. Like, y'all fucking whack. Like, keep supporting. I don't want to discourage you from supporting.
I just think you keep talking about. I just think you talking about Gilly. Just go ahead and lay it out there. I think that's what you're talking about because he's the one that consistently.
I'm talking about Gilly. I'm talking about all of them. But Gilly really pissed me off.
But Prime probably calling them boys up there, Rock. You think
I don't give a fuck.
Prime just be like, man, y'all come on, show out, man. Let's make this thing a spectacle. You know what I'm saying?
If I was famous and Prime called me, I say, you know what, Prime? I'm finna go get one of these other school booths. I'm finna go be on their sideline and talk. Matter of fact, how about let's do this, Prime? Man, you gonna talk shit. We're going to put a little wager on the game. It ain't got to be a real wager. We're going to get everybody talking about this shit.
What about when Prime was trying to help Mississippi Valley and Alcorn out because them boys ain't had cleats or whatever they needed? He trying to help everybody out. You forgot about that?
Prime trying to do is line them up and make sure they got everything they need for him to whoop their ass. That's all.
That's fucked up, man. But still, he's trying to help them boys out too, man. I gotta give him the props, bro.
Marvelous Robinson, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't. Like, I don't give a damn about nobody black thinking it's all. If you're a person, all of us know it's been fucked up in HBCU.
I totally forgot that they're both on the same platform. And they affiliated through Boston.
So guess what? These guys got an opportunity to do what they want before that. Like, no one would have stopped him from supporting a black. If he would have supported Jackson State before Prime got there, I wouldn't have nothing to say about him. Like, he been supporting black colleges.
Hey,
but no.
Well, some people tell me.
He ain't got no sauce.
Some people tell me that I shouldn't even be talking about HBCUs because I ain't go to one.
What? You did go to an HBCU where they don't know.
Prime.
You did go to an HBCU. You just didn't go to class.
Right.
I was there. You know
what y'all don't know.
People say that I shouldn't be talking about them.
How we know?
I shouldn't even open my mouth unless I'm trying to send my kids there.
Fletch and Shite, boy, Brandon Jacobs, for those that know him as Brandon Jacobs. Fletch and Brandon Jacobs knew each other before college. I met him in college at Alabama State, and this nigga played for Auburn. We went and picked him up every day after they got done with practice because he hated being there. He wanted to be with us.
And
I remember one time we were driving home, and I thought my car was fucked up. I was like, "Why my car speeding up?" Because your dumb ass to put your foot over there and stepped on the gas. This nigga gonna kill us.
Man, they got in a fight at Alabama State and shit.
All that shit.
Quarterback name, Shape. He used to drop you off to my apartment. The quarterback. What his name is?
You talking about y'all quarterback?
Y'all quarterback used to drop you off at my apartment on his way to Mississippi. He's the tall, light-skinned quarterback.
Oh, Jason, yeah. Jason dropped me off more than one time.
Jason what?
Because he was from Mississippi. On the way home, he dropped me off on a Friday or Thursday down through there. Hey, man, dropped me off right here. And he took out.
Right.
And drove, brought me back.
Yeah,
Drove didn't leave, though. Drove brought me back and stayed the whole damn week.
For the record, you know what it feel like to go to a HBCU.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Him and Joe. Joe wasn't in no fucking school.
That's fact.
What them boys say, Brad Hill said those four names y'all call Ray, Ed, T.O., or Ocho probably the only four left that could probably come behind Prime and have some success, though. Archie said,
we just thinking about him. Like,
but none of those guys are going to give up the type of time. I don't know if y'all understand, bro. When you've been on the schedule for 15 years of your damn life, playing ball, and now all of a sudden you ain't got no schedule, you're doing whatever you want to do, when you want to do it, the boys not trying to go coach nobody, buddy. Now Ed Reed, I've seen him on the field at Miami, because that's where he went to. I've seen him on the field there. But he's probably not a full-time coach there.
You say Marvelous Robinson say shit. Me, Q, and G help him fight those Chicago boys outside the sweatbox with Hub. When Hub,
straight up throwing them hands, them boys out there talking all that noise. Man, let's go. I don't want to go to this school, but I'm with everything. Let's go.
When it comes to HBCU cred, he got HBCU cred. He was there with us the whole step of the way.
Some people need to know that because some people tell me I shouldn't be talking about it.
What'd you say, Shaq?
There's some people tell me that I shouldn't talk about HBCUs unless I'm sending my son there.
Well,
they're so sensitive when it comes to HBCUs. It's crazy.
And that's good. That's good. But you need to have that. You need to have that passion and go and fucking getting them stands at least once a year somewhere and support them boys. So,
hey, well, we got to see how we can officially make Shite the NFL spokesman or a guy that loves ASU and shit. We get him saying some shit about ASU and getting kids come that way. We'd probably get his ass on the staff.
Listen, if I had the opportunity to coach at a HBCU, I'm there. Simple.
You want to coach at a HBCU?
If I had the opportunity to coach at one, I'm there.
Say no more, goddamn it. I'm on it.
I'm there.
Shit.
But you can't get in there and change and shit on me. You can't be nice and not saying shit and all that.
I'm going to be myself. What do you
mean? You got to be yourself. That's why I won't get that. They'll never hire me. They know I got the smarts, but they know I ain't gonna. I'm going to say what I'm supposed to. I'm going to fuck around and get everybody to come. Like, we're going to have some fucking fun. Man, ain't no way they can let me in the door. Ain't no way they can let me in the door.
They probably not, Rob, because of what you're saying. And they know that.
They know that. I'm gonna stand out more than the fucking head coach, so they ain't gonna want that.
Definitely can't have that.
So look, guys. So listen. So we talked about that. There's only so much that we can talk about. Prime gonna kick everybody's ass. Jackson gonna kick everybody else's ass in the sweat. What else we got on the agenda tonight?
That's Rock's favorite topic right there.
Hey, okay. All right, there's something else we got on the agenda, man. should people be obligated to tip at restaurants? Like you going for some reason when you go to a restaurant, the more you spend, the more they want you to tip. I think that's the most ludicrous bullshit ever. Like the people that hired you not supposed to give you no money. But the people who coming in buying the overpriced shit that the company sells is supposed to pay their employees also. How the fuck did they brainwash people to think that? And I'm a guy that tips. But when you try to act like I gotta get this shit to you, oh, you got me fucked up. Because you know what's crazy? And this is what I don't understand. There's so many women that'll come on here and be like, oh, he dead fucking wrong. He dead wrong. Y'all don't feel like a nigga should be feel like he obligated to your pussy when he pay for trips and pay for shit. So how the hell other company can feel like they obligated to your money because you bought something from them? If you buy something from me, how can I expect more money from you when you already bought what I was selling? Shit makes no sense. So I'm gonna hold right there and let y'all come in because this shit here is ridiculous.
So, okay, Rob. When these people getting these jobs in these restaurants, they're making
$2.
No, some of these big time, like Ruth Chris folks make like $8, $9 an hour, maybe $10 an hour, right? The rest of the money comes from tips. Do you understand? Like I can go out to eat. The two people can go out to eat at a place like Ruth Chris and spend $300, right? The waitress get a 20% tip of that. Are you know, they give you 3 options, right? They give you 3 options, so you don't have to tip 20% if you don't want to. But I think if you get a good waitress or a good waiter, I think they deserve a tip. That's just it. But if you get somebody that's coming in, not doing what the damn and bringing cold food, taking 10, 15 minutes to come back to fill your water cup and all that, I don't think you should tip them the whole 20%.
But they're gonna bring you a fucking gratuity bill. That's why they act like that, because they already know they get.
Well, they're gonna bring it to you, but it's up to you to be able to do the right math and say, all right, I ain't giving this motherfucker 20% because he or she didn't do 20. The service is 20%. I'm gonna give it 15. I'm gonna give them 20. Or 16. Or tip them whatever you want. I don't think you're obligated to give them 20%.
But this is my thing. The amount you spend doesn't necessarily change the service you get. Like, you can order something that costs $7 on the menu, or you can order some shit that Salt Bay nigga, he got a steak that costs $250. You still order only one meal. Why does the amount determine how much they get tipped? All they did was bring a plate to the fucking table, keep water filled. The same thing they do for a $7 meal, they can do for a $250 meal. Why does the fucking price of your shit determine what they get tipped instead of the service that they give? If you make me feel like I'm the only fucking table you waiting on in this bitch, that's different. And you should do that. I know I can go and be a waiter for a day. I'll probably make more money than most waitresses and waiters make, because I'm going to make you feel like I'm catering to you. But you got motherfuckers that have attitudes and some more shit, then they want to get tipped. They want to get paid. You ain't doing shit but running food and taking orders, pouring water, going to get a drink from the bar that some other motherfucker made. So how you doing something extra? No, it's just I ordered something more expensive. Why the fuck I gotta pay more? I just paid overpriced for this steak. Let the company that's overcharging, when they sell, every time you sell a steak, you should get a cut of that money. Like, why don't you make your employee, Fletch, you gotta go to work, I gotta go to work. How would it look if I told y'all, because y'all fly on airplanes, that y'all should tip me, instead of going to my company saying, nah, y'all don't fucking pay me enough for fixing airplanes?
I feel like, well, I mean, I tip. I'm gonna make sure I always do something. One thing is, like you saying, that $7 meal or $70 meal. I could get how you feel about that, because that don't make sense. It's about the service. But I look at it. I feel like the the party of people that they serving, that should count for, you know what I'm saying, how
I
much
understand
you
that.
get tipped or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Also, they even ask for tips when you take out. Like if I call and order something and go pick it up, like who am I tipping? They
I'm
still
not.
for that.
You shouldn't tip, but you shouldn't tip. If you're going, if you pulling up in one of those spots outside where it says to go, you shouldn't tip nobody.
I'm
I mean,
not
still
tipping.
put on that paper. I actually still put $3, $5, $1 in it.
Because they can't change they're not gonna change their receipt because somebody's tipping or not. Because the person got a to-go order, that's them people receipt. They ain't gonna change the landscape of their receipt. So they're gonna give it to you where you got opportunity to tip, but don't necessarily have to tip if you got a to-go order.
So what you would do if you had horrible service, chick wasn't checking on y'all enough, food code, wrong order, and they got
then they don't get that amount, but they're gonna get
if
something
it's
from
locked
me.
in on the receipt though, not the add, tip, and then total. If it's gratuity locked in on there, what you gonna do then?
Complain.
Call for a manager.
Call for a manager. Absolutely.
You gonna put the girl on the spot, huh?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm gonna call for a manager. Like, listen, I'm not paying this because he or she did not earn your automatic your gratuity charge or service fee when like they automatically add it to it. It's on as a service fee, not gratuity. That's the gratuity is extra when it comes down to it. But if they automatically take it out, it's on as a service fee. So a lot of people won't even understand really what it is. They're just gonna pay that shit.
Check this out, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. People might hate me for this. Chick-fil-A is not fucking good, but they service is so fucking amazing that I will go and buy this shit from time to time just because the fucking amazing service.
Like, it ain't garbage either. It ain't garbage. It just
it ain't garbage, but
yeah.
I don't never be like, shit, I want some Chick-fil-A today. I ain't never said that shit in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Get good service. You're gonna be in a long line, but you're not gonna be waiting all day.
No. So when you know that, you know how many times I have changed the restaurant I was going to based off the line? Like, oh, fuck that. I ain't getting in that line. But if Chick-fil-A got a line, I still get in Chick-fil-A line. Because a motherfucker gonna come outside, rain, sleet, or snow, take your orders ahead of time. If your shit wrong, they gonna say, oh, it's okay, you can keep that. We're gonna get your shit ready, give you another one. They ain't gonna say pull up, no none of that. Let you order some shit and they give you the wrong shit at McDonald's. They gonna, hey, give my shit back. No.
You go to Popeyes, you gotta go pull up and go sit in the parking space for 15 minutes.
Because they ain't got, well, y'all gotta understand. People don't want to work, man. Like people work at Chick-fil-A? Y'all want to work at Chick-fil-A? A bunch of 16, 17-year-old kids. That's who work at you. So they ain't gonna mess up nothing. But see, you go to Popeyes, they're not hiring them. They want older people. And them folks ain't trying to fill out no application to go to Popeyes. So the person that take your order at Popeyes is probably the person that's gonna cook that shit and fix it for you. Which is why they tell you to pull up.
It don't be no young motherfuckers at Popeyes.
No, it don't be no young. It don't be no young folks.
Hey, what these folks say? These folks said no tip. Gratuity should never be added. I tip based off service.
Yeah, that's my boy Keith. That's Keith McGarry.
Oh yeah, I know Keith.
He said they can't.
Oh man.
He said they can't make you pay that. Mike said, yeah, you going to hell. Hell yeah, it's Hector just logged on when we talking big dinner. Dr. Do Rock. Coachable versus uncoachable people. Man, I just hate how in one sense we can expect something and in another one, the same breath you can't. Like, because I look at groups, like women will feel like you should tip them, you should do this, you should do that. We're like, well, you should fuck when you go out on a trip.
Hey. Killed them just then. You killed them just then.
Hey,
man, so look, so we're gonna earn that out. Obviously, we all believe that on good service, you're gonna get the whole 20. I didn't see 22% on the receipt before. I'm like, oh no. I'm gonna give you 20. Because
He
then
said
I'm
no.
gonna give you 20. But so we done talked about that. Let's talk about this, man, because I talked about this on my last podcast as well. The NIL deal for these kids, right? Hear me out when I say this. Don't interrupt, please. Let me say this. But I do not believe that a kid going from the 12th grade, a senior in high school, into college should be eligible to receive an NIL deal. Listen, I'll tell you this. Now, they say nothing about college guys not getting paid, because I do believe that the guys in school should get paid. Don't get me wrong, but I think you should be eligible to be able to receive an NIL. Here's why. So you got this kid that's been dominating other 15, 16, 17-year-old kids, right? Dominating, right? But when he show up at this school, he ain't as good as advertised. He done got $1 million. Now coaches realize, coach got to put the product on the field. He want to win. So if this kid ain't ready, but got $1 million name, image and likeness from one of these major insurance companies or one of these law offices or whatever have you, and he turns around and says, okay, I'm not playing over here at this school. I'm going to transfer to another school. Do you think the people get their $1 million back? No, they don't get their $1 million back. So with that being said, is that a kid should have to be able to lay down to earn it on the football field coming in freshman year. And when they're a sophomore, I think they should be eligible for NIL. That's why I say not out of high school, because a kid can come from high school and go into college and sit the bench. No matter how good he was in high school, he just ain't ready. But then they gave him $1 million to come there. Now he ain't playing. And now he's pissed off because he ain't playing, because you made him think he was everything and then some, because you gave him $1 million before he even played it down. So now he feel like he got the ball, he got to worry about the balls, and he said, you know what, I got my bread. I'm just going to go transfer here where I know how to play. And that team or that company or whoever it is out of that money, and the kid ain't even at the school. They should be able to have to earn the right to get an NIL deal.
But you already earned your NIL deal based off how good you were in high school. That's why they paying you. But I kind of agree with you, but on the earn part, they already earned it. I'm cool if they make them wait, because if you give me millions of dollars at 18, god damn it, I'm gonna blow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how hard Fletch, we went hard with the little money that we had. Could you imagine if one of us had millions? Like, we would have killed ourselves. But even with that being said, because I always believe what they should do is when you get a scholarship to a school, your scholarship should come with like a house. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your house. In whatever city you want, we will purchase a house for you, and we will pay the taxes on it for like 10 years. To me, that's a fair deal. You know what I'm saying? But thinking that what I'm afraid of with this, I don't think these folks gonna take no losses when it comes to no NIL deal. If you end up being sorry or transfer, man, these folks got that much money. They got some motherfuckers that'll come to your house or show up and catch you walking to the dorm and let you know your bitch ass ain't going nowhere.
But they can't do that though. They can't do that. They can't.
You think they not gonna threaten these kids and threaten their mamas and siblings and shit like that?
Rob, we talking about professionals, bro. They're not doing this. They can't hold them. They can't hold them kids there. They shouldn't give them the money. Is what I'm saying. Wait till they have proved it on the field. They ain't proved nothing in high school. They're the best high school player. They can't cut it in the SEC or one of those other schools. So they shouldn't give them money until they earn it.
What you mean by they professionals? What you mean? Talking about the law offices and stuff?
No, I'm saying that this is like people like this. Like, this is real life. Like, you can't threaten them to make them stay at school. They don't want to be at. They feel like that they're.
So you think people ain't got professional hitters and shit like that?
Oh, man, you Rob, you done lost your marbles, man. You can't make them kids stay at a school against their will because you done paid them. That's why you don't do it until they have proved it. So you ain't got to go strong on nobody to stay at your school. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they ain't earn nothing by playing no high school. Man, hey, you think they gonna give me $1 million because I done went and put 300 yards on Ellender HL terrible and all that. Man, that ain't nothing. Now I'm going to this big school, and what happened? Went to the big school. I was behind Ronnie Brown and Cadillac, and I had to leave. Imagine they give me $1 million. They don't never get nothing from me. I got $1 million, and I done walked on. I done left. You should be able to earn it first. You should have to earn that.
I think all wealthy guys, men that got a lot of money, got people they can call when they want a motherfucker to do what they want them to do. I really do.
Yeah, that's just like that dude, the CEO of Bed Bath & Beyond, mysteriously jumped out of a skyscraper in New York because they stopped.
My bad.
Them niggas got hitters. But this is what I want to add. The NIL is a contract, though, right?
No.
There got to be some type of contract.
No, bro, no. It has been 10 people so far got $500,000 to $1 million, and they boom, boom, boom.
And so high school gonna be getting it next, right? Louisiana, I think, already done opened it up for that.
That's fine.
Do you know how many?
We know they dominate on that. You know, but we know they dominate in high school ball.
But guess what?
So that's what I'm saying.
I got homeboys who got in trouble because they mamas were giving jobs, cars, and apartments and shit for them to come to certain high schools. That's when that shit like first started. Another guy played against Big Means. Alabama paid $250,000 for him to come to Alabama out of Memphis. So what I'm saying is they've been doing it, but now that you can do it on the college level, it should make you ineligible for high school level now. If you get paid on name, image, and likeness in college, you should be able to do it in high school. And it's coming.
It's already legal. Louisiana made that legal. What up, Littler? Louisiana made that legal, bro.
Mike said this shit wide open, Fletch.
It is.
Yeah, it ain't no deal in none of that. The kids can up and leave. Whenever they want. You can't lock them in, man. You're a child. You can't lock them in.
Bro, SMU gave their whole team like a couple of, I think $100,000 or some or more.
No,
like
you talking about SMU. Every athlete that goes every scholarship athlete at SMU is going to receive $36,000 a year.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's nice.
Fucking right. But
you
look,
know how much money they got over there, bro. Again, this is these Texas schools is crazy when it.
But look, though, that deal ain't for them to go to Alabama State or LSU and ball. It's for the name. If he go to LSU or if he go to Texas the next year,
what is your name when you're on the bench? Who are you? You're on the bench. What is your name? Like, what is your name? Like, you're on the bench.
People that
drinking water. You have on a sweatsuit, or you have on a pair of shorts with your jersey. You're not good enough just yet. Are you going to trust the process and stay there? No, they up and leave. These kids don't wait today, man. They don't. Sophomores and that's it. But listen, I would say this: if a kid come out of high school and he's a true freshman and he's starting and he played running back and he goes out there opening week playing against a major school and put up 150 to 175 with 2 touchdowns, he deserves NIL. He proved it. He's earned it on the field.
DJ
Not somebody who just dominated.
The biggest endowment.
Hmm?
They say the biggest endowment. You need to type a little more words than that, Littler, because I don't get it. But and Mike said, does NIL put a huge disadvantage of recruiting for HBCU?
It does. Hey, and Knox said all those student athletes that take dives for cash, I'm sure somebody was strong arm an athlete to make them stay at a school. I believe that too. When a motherfucker run your mama off the road and then the nigga come and say, you get a letter in your locker that say there wasn't no accident.
Right.
You might want to keep playing. Shit.
About their money, that's $1 million you talking about. Shit, them people gonna get that some kind of way. They gonna get some ag right out you. I know it.
Fucking right. You fucking threaten my mama, I'm running the shit out the football.
Ain't gonna be no kind of way you gonna know that's them either. Shite,
Yeah.
like,
But like
ain't no count.
when you go to school, right? When I went to Auburn, right? They ain't no NIL. It wasn't no NIL. It wasn't that we wasn't getting it. Wasn't that we wasn't getting it.
Exactly.
But it's different. We talking about $2,500 versus $1 million, bro. That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
That's what we saying. So who you think you gonna let some money like that out and not have some kind of control? And if they go outside of that control that you have, you gonna step that shit up a whole nother notch on your intimidation factor.
Right. There's nothing out there. There's no contract. There's no nothing. Them kids are up and they're leaving if they're not playing. They got you by the balls for real.
Guess what? Man, niggas give niggas money on the streets all type of ways, or let a nigga front a nigga on a pack and all that. And guess what they find out? Damn, if I don't have this money by such and such, or if I don't continue to do this, this is gonna happen. And guess what they do? They figure out how to get that money back.
Shanice Knox says SMU athletes hang out in Deep Ellum with their cash at Bottled Blonde. Good times. He's actually got first-hand knowledge of them boys getting that big paper. DJ say SMU alumni straight paying everybody.
Man, so the boys got bread. Hey, every school in Texas are loaded, bro. Texas schools are loaded, bro. Why you think Texas right now is bringing in all these 5-star 2023? Right? They bring out all these. Right.
Well, they got baby Manning going there also, so a lot of people gonna sign.
Yeah, but that receiver that he had made him, but he just got that name.
That name a motherfucker.
Right.
So wait. Let's go back on it. So y'all don't think that Arch Manning is 5-star #1 player in the country, #1 quarterback in the country quality?
Seen in Shipe, or it's just from people that I work with that they all into that stuff, and they from New Orleans. They say that receiver that left and went to IMG was the one who made him.
I've heard the same thing. I haven't watched the kid play much, but everybody out here talk about him. They say he's not as good as advertised. It's the name. I'm like, oh shit. I would think he would be super good.
Big overrated, Shipe. Big major overrated.
So y'all know what makes a player is more measurables than anything. That man is 6'4", 6'5", 200-something pounds out there running that football, throwing that football, man. And a small division in Louisiana, right? I haven't seen him play. I only saw some highlights. Everybody looks good in highlights, but I do think that he got some funk with him. I do. I think, after being in college like a year or two, and he don't transfer, I think he could be special.
You talking about the potential of what he got? He already got the size. He already got the backing and the knowledge that he can go and tap into from his uncles, stuff like that, or whatever that is to him. I see what you're saying, but I'm saying that they got his eyes on him like that because of who he is, and the people that saw him say he ain't that good.
That's why I don't think Shador is what people think he is. Like, God damn, if you give other kids that same fucking resource, could you imagine if Donnell Kennedy could talk to the best fucking NFL quarterbacks that played at the time? Like, he had that without that.
Hey, check this out, Rock. Brad Hill said, like they said, if Manning's last name was Smith, you think he would be a 5-star? DJ said if he was black, he'd be a 3-star. Now, damn. Justin Thompson, Hemi, said that man tough, run and pass. And DJ said he had no big wins in the state of Louisiana yet. Shador Sanders joint too. He meant junk, I guess. But he looked good last week, though. That bitch looked good.
He looked damn good last week.
So y'all take Shador Sanders and y'all put Shador Sanders at Put him at, let's go Mississippi State, right? And his dad is not the coach. Is he a starting quarterback?
He's a starting quarterback, but he gonna stank it up.
Hey,
That ain't the question though, Ronald. That ain't the question.
He
So I guess you answered it. I guess he will start.
He looked real good.
He'll start. He's a starting quarterback in the SWAC. Yes, he is. But guess what? Without all that talent and motherfuckers coming, shit, he got to throw that bitch down the barrel, got to stare down the barrel of the gun. When the motherfucker finna hit him dead in his face, he ain't had that yet.
Guess what? He ain't going to get it because they leaps and bounds better than everybody else.
He definitely had a lot of good blocking in front of him. He ain't had to like run for his life and throw the ball. I ain't see that.
And if somebody be stupid enough to take him super early, they're going to find out the hard way.
Damn, nigga said Shador got benched. He at Mississippi State, Brad said.
So you think so DPO thinks DPO thinks that Shador Sanders will be benched at a Power 5 school.
That's what he said.
Flesh, what you think?
I don't think he's sorry.
I don't be watching them boys like that. I would say that I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing like just super special about him like that. But I mean, he made the highlights I saw from Jackson State. He did his fucking thing, and he got, bro. Does anybody who listening or that's gonna hear this whenever they do y'all realize that Shador Sanders got more press than any quarterback in college football, any player in college football this weekend from Jackson State? He got LeBron tweeted about him and everything. This dude really got some press, bro.
Flex. And guess what?
You think? So,
I've watched him play last year, and I've watched him play this year. The player, the motherfucking grow tremendously. Like, I watched him play last year. A lot of throws he missed, all kind of stuff. It was nothing impressive about him. I saw the benefit in having access to NFL guys this year in that fucking FAMU. He took whatever they gave him for a short, deep. He abused them off of just being a smart patient, taking what they. He was 17 or 17. I'm watching the full game. 17 or 17 before he threw an incompletion. He was literally taking what they gave him, and I'm not knocking him for it. I can literally see that he's been talking to somebody that know more about the game and giving him some shit that other guys don't get.
He said the game slowed down for him, and I'm gonna take that back. I'm rooting for him. I feel like if he go to any school, he gonna ball. Fuck it. Any school.
But you don't really mean that though. You just already said your true feelings. You can't go back now, Flex. You can't go back. That's bullshit.
But no, I mean, I don't watch man. You don't know Shaq because I mean, I don't watch sports like talking about, bro. I don't watch that shit. So if it's on a boxing match or a football game where everybody, the fellas get together, but just me sitting down at the house by myself if I ain't trying to show my kids something so they can learn, I ain't watching no sports. So I don't know what he's working with, but what I saw in the highlights, he was on one, bro. And LP saw it too. He must have watched the game. He was on one, bro. That dude he made some big time throws. Now he had all the time in the world. Now I saw that.
Yes, he did.
Big time throws, bro.
Man, y'all don't make a quarterback though. It's really what Shador Sanders did on Saturday. Like he ain't try to take nothing crazy. He took what they gave him, and by having dynamic athletes on that level, that 12-yard dig turned into an 80-yard touchdown.
Bro, think about this. When the last time you seen a team catch 17 balls straight in the SWAC? Normally guys drop some of them. Them motherfuckers caught all of them.
Running routes.
Sticking that head up. Oh, that's swag, but that's swag. But them niggas stick that fucking head on your ass right now. Yep, that what Brad said. Brad saying what I heard him say. Dion told him, take what they give you. And all that extra shit, we don't need it. Take exactly what they give you And that's what he was doing, bro. I mean, the nigga, what, he 6'3", ain't he? He ain't no short quarterback, ain't he?
No.
6'3". So
yeah, he got some size to him.
And he don't run the ball. He be in the pocket.
And when he do run and scramble, he looking to throw that bitch still.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
Jackson State played Louisiana Monroe last year, in Louisiana. And I think they lost a close game.
They did. They only scored 6 points.
And Prime said the difference was the trenches. No, we talking about Louisiana Monroe, right? Said the difference was the trenches. He just couldn't battle with them in the trenches. And he not
gonna say the difference was his son ain't really come to play like he does in the SWAC.
Well, the dude said the game slowed down from last year to this year. He only was a freshman now.
Yeah, and I give him that because I can see it's sad. They won the SWAC last year, only lost 1 game. And that motherfucker got better. I ain't gonna lie, he got better. That shit I saw against FAM was ridiculous. Like, it was nothing they was gonna do to stop dude.
So look, we talking about people helping HBCUs, and I know we going back to it. We all over the place, but again, we live on Facebook, no real topics. So shouldn't FAM have the best basketball team in the SWAC?
Why you say that?
Yeah.
Why not? They got LeBron endorsing them.
He's not the coach.
Endorsing them like that.
If LeBron was the coach, them folks would have every motherfucker.
You didn't hear you didn't read what LeBron had to say. He said he talked about Shedeur Sanders. Kid looks great. Coach Prime doing a great job. It just sucks that they had to do it to my FAMU Rattlers.
I saw
LeBron tweeted that.
Yeah. If LeBron was the head coach of the FAMU Rattlers basketball team, they'll damn near win the national title. Like, for real. They're going as a 16 seed and beat the #1 fucking team in the country.
Well, I'm telling you, he's been there. He goes to campus a lot, and he helps the program. I think
that ain't Dion is the face of Jackson State. LeBron ain't the face of FAMU.
If you're a high school basketball player and you're being recruited by FAMU, Tulane, some other schools, I'm going to FAM because I know at some point while I'm there, the king gonna pop up on campus, and I'm gonna have a chance to shake his hand.
I don't know if he's just an affiliate. If he's just an affiliate like that, he ain't gonna move the needle. But if he the coach, I'm there.
Man, that's like I was talking to Sean. I was like, man, we're gonna have to tailgate kind of early. The game at 2:00. He's like, man, I don't give a fuck if that bill like 7:00 in the morning. I'm going to see Prime. Nigga wanna go see Prime, bro. Hey, I don't give a fuck if that bill at 7 in the morning. I'm going to see Prime, nigga. That's crazy, bro. But
hey. And guess what? You know what I like about it? We got some little cats. I love our DBs. Them dudes got some fucking attitude. And we got a lot. We got 2 defensive tackles. One transfer from Maryland. The other one, his dad played at Alabama State, number 89. Them motherfuckers getting off the ball.
So you telling me?
Huh?
You telling me they're gonna be able to compete come October or whatever it is?
I think it's gonna be a better game than you think, especially early on. If Jackson State does not deliver some major blows early on, they're gonna be in a fucking dogfight.
If Jackson State go into any game in the SWAC with less mistakes and turnovers, they're gonna be a 4-touchdown deficit every week.
Hey, DJ said no way he going to hoop at FAMU if LBJ just a fan. If he the coach, then maybe. And Janice said, I forgot FAMU b-ball team wears LeBron jersey.
They do.
I ain't know that. That's what I'm saying, bro. It ain't publicized like that. What up, LBJ son gonna do? They boys all on Sports Illustrated magazine, The Chosen Sons. Like, they getting a lot of press, too. Them niggas getting some press, bro.
Man, them folks gonna change the rule for them folks. What?
Yeah, they gonna do something for him, bro.
They're gonna change the rules for them folks.
Ooh, Lord,
He
my
not.
is LeBron sending his sons to FAMU though?
That's not LeBron's choice. LeBron's son probably
but-
gonna.
Yeah,
He's
son,
probably going to Ohio State.
Look, I know that you will allow Braden to make his own decision. But if you told Braden he was going to a particular school, he would go to that school.
Absolutely, but I can't live the man's life for him. It's his choice.
Yeah, it should be.
If I told Brady, man, I don't give a fuck about none of these other letters, none of these other coaches calling, bitch, you going to be a Hornet. Yeah, I'm sure he probably would do that, but he probably hate me for making him do that. I'm not trying to have my son that, but if my son say, you know what, I like going to, I went to the game at Alabama State. I like the coaches. I felt like I was at home. I really like the school. I really like the stadium. I really like the atmosphere. And he picked Alabama State over Georgia or Auburn or LSU. Then so be it.
I'm telling you right now.
He got as long as he can stay focused on his academics, we can get a degree and get the hell on about it. I'll be all right.
I'm telling you right now, when Braden goes on his visit to Alabama State, I'm gonna be his host. We signing him, fuck you mean. Like, we're getting him.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna be bringing him. I'm gonna be bringing another 6'7.5", 340-pound cat, and another 6'4", 330-pound cat. They're gonna have their opportunities, at least to offer the other two that they hadn't offered already. That's hard though.
Y'all know what time it is.
It's not his choice, Daryl. It's not his choice. Just like it ain't your choice where Cam go. You can't control where your kids go to school or want to go. Straight up. He can't. They cannot make that decision for them kids. I'm sorry.
But we talking about a father that's in his kids' life. Like, my dad didn't want me to go to the SWAC. And I went because he didn't want me to go to the SWAC. Because he wasn't there like that. If he would have been there in my life, I would have listened to him all the way.
Yeah.
I don't care. LeBron James cannot make Bronny go to a smaller school. They just can't do that, bro.
I agree.
So,
shit, my mama played sports, but she tried to tell me stuff, and I ain't listening to her. I did what I was.
It wasn't because it wouldn't let choice.
Right.
You know, it wouldn't listen. Liz couldn't tell you where to go. Just like Janice or Diane couldn't tell me where to go. T-Let couldn't tell you where to go. Bert couldn't tell you, and Mabel couldn't tell you, and Kurt, none of them could tell you where to go.
I did what I.
Yeah, you did what you want to do. So you can't control where they go to school at.
I mean, them boys come from a billion-dollar household. I'm going to black college on your ass and have me some fun, bro. Guess what? This one thing I do remember when being around. I was around NFL guys all the time, and they used to love when I come in town because they wanted to hear the fucking stories. The shit that we did in college was the shit to them. What they did in Power Fives was boring as fuck. The shit we did, them niggas love to hear that shit. They were like, "Oh, Rockin' Town, man! Come on, man! You got to tell us something. You got to." They always wanted to hear the stories because the shit we was doing was off the chain.
I had fun at ASU every time I got out of the car. Either Jason Campbell dropped me off, Kim dropped me off too. One time, come pick me up one time. When I got that call on that Friday, or if it was the summertime, you got workout to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I would go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Y'all, they'll pick me up or getting dropped off by somebody. I'm in the gump every weekend. I had a blast. A blast. You understand me? Blast.
Ain't nothing like the sweat.
Hey, I gotta say this, bro, because people think I be lying when I tell this story. Did we not play against Alabama State's starting five and tear their ass up?
Basketball, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Throw their ass up. I was giving Malcolm Ash the business, Shite dunking and shit. Hey, we was killing them folks. And
For
they
real.
went to the fucking, they went and played Duke and gave Duke hell that year.
I
Yeah, we
remember.
definitely bought it to them in there. They were
Man,
mad,
we was in that
wanted to
bitch
fight
showing
everything.
the
They wanted to
fuck
fight
out.
everything.
People don't believe me when I tell them stories, though.
Hey, bro, they ain't got to. That's history, man.
That's history.
Because I'm gonna tell you,
No,
it happened.
we ain't had no.
It was a Friday. That summer was a Friday like afternoon. My bags were still in the car. Everything was still in the car. I remember I had my air raids in the car. I put them on, and I had a pair of Alabama State shorts I got from Hub and went in there and played.
We were crossing niggas over, dishing that bitch, pulling up. Yeah. Them boy looking like, what the fuck? The football players doing this shit? Nah, bro, we athletes. Like, folks don't believe that. He said if Rock would have came to play pickup at Germantown, he would have got 40. I don't know what you mean by that.
About Georgetown, he went.
You would have got 40 out there trying to guard him. Is what he's saying.
Yeah, he was.
Bro, I was hooping, bro. I'm telling you right now, I will shake your drawers off your ass, and then you give me too much space, I'm pulling up for Trey.
He was like a little light Juan Stewart that crossover.
Man, DJ was 6'6", 6'7", handled the ball with a good shot, aggressive, everything.
6'7".
When that bitch went to college, he got non-aggressive. Make sure you tell Cam Darryl that it's about him when playing basketball. It got to be about one man on the floor. Make sure it's about him so he can go in on and make it to the NBA because they want aggressive folks. When they're looking at a college player, they want you to be the man.
Darryl, you know what I love about that? Everybody look at me as a football player, and I always take niggas' monies like that. I did that to Adrian McPherson because he was number 3 in the whole state of Florida. Showed that ass real quick that I can hoop. Bruh, I dropped 55 from one spot before. Like, I can fucking score. I can get by anybody. Like, that's my shit. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from scoring the ball.
Rob, we'd have beat y'all about 30 in high school. I'm telling you, we'd have beat you about 30. It wouldn't have been close.
Bruh, we played the number 6 team in the nation that year and only lost by 3 points.
I'm not trying to hear none of that.
I guarantee y'all ain't done no shit like that. We went to Chicago and showed out.
Rob, we'd have beat y'all about 30. I'm just telling you.
Who's gonna stop me? Hold on. And I wasn't even the best player on our teams.
Bro.
We had motherfuckers shooting that bitch from the goddamn logo.
We'd have beat y'all about 30. I'm just telling you.
That man said 50.
Rockets levels to his 50 piece. Hey, that's the same thing Joe used to say till he came out there and guarded me and I goddamn broke his leg.
Man, you talking about Joe, man. Joe ain't never played a goddamn organized sport in their fucking life. You talking about Joe.
He played at Thibodeau, but he wasn't on our squad.
Man, why not? Hey.
Thibodeau, and he got the 30 piece, just like him.
One of them niggas stopping these shots.
It was like organized ball with Slick. They let Slick just shoot every time he touched the fucking. Rock, you met Slick, huh? You remember Slick, huh? Yeah, he used to live right close to my apartment by the mall.
He went to Andalusia. He went there, the junior college.
Yeah. So hold on. The dude that's talking went to Alabama State and then played?
No, the dude that's talking went to Georgetown.
No, man, that ain't.
Look, he's saying them boys football players, that's the mistake everybody always make.
That's facts.
Bro, I used to leave football games and come to a basketball game and just destroy niggas. Then I was like, see this, and they be thinking like, oh, he's short, I'll dunk on your ass like in a heartbeat. You be like, damn, where that come from?
I just wish, like as far as DJ is concerned, I just wish people would have got an opportunity to really see how good he really was, man. The boy was special.
Yep.
Would nobody we played against, would nobody on our schedule could stop him. I'll tell you that.
Hey, this my thing though. Okay, when the sports and all that and the crowd not cheering no more, all that's over, right? Being 6'7" gotta fucking suck.
Huh?
You tall for nothing. Shipe, you big for no reason.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Why is that? Like, why am I big for no reason? I got
you
a
can't
nice.
fit,
I got
like when you
my
get
speed got me this nice building I'm in right now.
No, yeah, it got you all that. But what I'm saying is, when you got to get on airplanes and shit, you got to small places. It fucking sucks, don't it?
Oh yeah, when you big and you got to fit. Yeah, I just flew coach too from Louisiana. Just flew coach. I was down there for one day. I was down there Sunday and flew back Monday.
The shit hurt.
That man bad. It wasn't that bad. Hey, you sitting close to people back there. You got to get to know the people you're sitting with. The flight ain't gonna be too bad if you're having a decent conversation.
I hate sitting in the middle, bro. I found out what claustrophobic really meant.
Hey, hey, Fletch, I'm about to. Who is this nigga, man?
Lit.
Fletch, do he want it?
That's the roast king.
No, he already in there.
Fletch, do he want it? Like,
no, man. He ain't got the roast skills like you, man.
Yeah, he do. He do.
Man, give him a break.
He just hit you with one, Ronald. He just hit you with one.
Hey, Lit, that man, that been like a roast fucking master, though. I ain't gonna lie. He a man with that shit. That Memphis shit, bro. But fellas, it's over for me, man. It's a wrap, man.
Well, hey man, now listen. We gotta go. We gotta do something. We gotta shoot for YouTube. I don't know if we can use it. I don't know if you can edit it and make it.
Yeah, I can, but it's so long. The topic's so long. I could do something with this, but well, hold on. Let me get off right quick. Let me get off.
Yeah, we gonna holler at y'all, man.
All right, fellas, we love y'all, fellas and ladies. Tune in with us. We're gonna try to come every Wednesday. Make sure you go subscribe if you haven't. Facts over feelings on YouTube. That's the most important thing.
Hey, put the link in the comments. Put the link in the comments so they can do it.
I'm about to do it right now. Right now. I'm about to do it right now. Hold up, cool. Right now.
So I got these, what you call them?
Somebody said Molly be ready to go to bed every time.
What you say?
Hey, bro. Janice, you know what it is, man. Niggas old around this bitch, man.
Nigga be tired. I showed, bro. I'm doing this shit straight from work and everything. I'm finna shower and be dead to the world. I gotta get up early.
I thought you were about to say I'm just
I got a football game tomorrow night. I got a coach. Thursday night football.
So yeah,
tomorrow gonna be nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me get off Facebook. I done put a link in the bio, fellas. I mean the way you go and subscribe to our channel. Put it in the comments. One of the most recent comments. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. We love y'all. We're gonna keep growing. We need y'all to help us keep growing. Out of here.